Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? So glad you could join me. Today is the second video that I'm doing in double time. I'm trying to get through these videos real quick so I can jump into my true plan for my October pages in this fall journal. The forest is going to go dark, but not quite yet. Uh, so today if you remember last episode, she was with the three butterflies in a mushroom forest, and she brought the trees back to the forest and the flowers back, and she's walking on her way. And there's still more of the mushroom forest because it was a huge forest. To be honest, I had a ton of mushrooms and a ton of butterflies, and I decided to make it. I've always wanted to do a mushroom forest, and so I dedicated several pages to it. So that's what you're going to see here. But you see still see the mushrooms, but you're seeing other life involved with it. And I'm just going to let you watch this with some music, and I will jump back in from time to time as per usual. So I absolutely love the print that's on this page, and I do not want to cover it up. I think those are just oxides, and it's a reverse print of a stencil that I have. So I just want to accent that, and I decided to use my little crackle stamp to continue that crackle on for the rest of the page. And so I'm just putting stuff onto the right side of the page because I really do like the look of that on the left, and I'm just going to leave it as is. So as you can see, the forest is growing back. The mushrooms are getting smaller in size, and the trees are growing large, and it's starting to look like a normal forest for the Feywild because those mushrooms are still pretty gigantic, and we don't have any of those here, but they do in the Fey. You're going to see more and more trees here, though, and wildlife is starting to come back, and you're going to see here in a few seconds. You might see it over there on the right side a cat, or it looks like a cat anyway, but this cat stands up on 2 feet and has hands. Well, in the Feywild, there's creatures that look like animals, but they're just other humanoids. And so this cat is offering the alchemist a bite to eat out of a basket that she has. And the alchemist knows better because in the Fae, you never take food or drink from anybody you don't know and trust because strange things can happen in the Feywild. So instead, the alchemist says she is full. Thank you so much. But here, I have something for you. And the alchemist gives her a jar of catnip. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I was like, what would you give a cat? And, and so she gave the cat some catnip, and the cat humanoid was completely enthralled by it and left the alchemist alone, and the alchemist went on her way. So the alchemist was taking in all the smells and sights of the forest, the beautiful forest that she saw, and she almost stumbled into this cute little fey creature who was smelling a flower that was just as big as she was. And so the alchemist leaned really far down and asked her how her day was. And the little fey creature's like, I'm doing great now that my friend has come back to the forest. And the alchemist, well, who's your friend? She goes, oh, he is just the most beautiful tree you've ever seen. You can't miss him. He's just down the road. And he is so beautiful. He's so happy to be back. And so the alchemist saw the bright light on the horizon, and she saw the most majestic, resplendent tree she had ever seen. And she couldn't quite explain how a tree could grow with so many different colors. And I think that's just all I could think of to do for this tree. But I think that's a cute little story for this page. But yeah, that print in the background is another uh, alcohol ink plus stencil that I tried. And then I just went back through and did some lines to kind of earmark where the branches were. And I really do love the look. I'm going to try it again with proper paper because that was not proper paper. Uh, but yeah, the forest is full of magical things and things that seem like they wouldn't be alive, and like I would say, what do you like with conscious thought, do have it in the Feywild. So the tree is basically another humanoid. And you can see that many people make offerings to this tree because the tree likes to give out good blessings. Over here on the left side, I'm doing a stencil with this carved pumpkin. The orange and the green meshed into an icky color that I didn't want. It would have been fine on another page, but not this page with all those bright colors on the left side. I mean, on the right side. So I decided to come back through with the purple, and I think that fixed it with this other stencil, just to mix up the colors even more. Oh, and you're going to see some stickers here soon that I did not link into my description because I got them at Michael's and I did not see them. I got them last year and I did not see them there this year, but you might be able to find them online. But I did get them at Michael's. That sticker right there that says, "Come in for a spell." That's why they don't quite look like the rest of the ephemera. So this drawing you see here came from a gardening book that I've recently pulled the guts out of. Well, not the guts. I've pulled all of the images out of it so I can use them. So this is not a drawing of mine. I pulled it from the book and I will try to find that. But well, I will be showing it to you in another video because I'm using that book in a new book that I'm creating. So that may have already been released before you see this video. But that's what this image is. And it had so many beautiful flowers in it and other things. But the book, the images were like every other page. So it made it perfect for me to turn that book into an altered book, which I will be making another series on my channel. But this entire page is dedicated to my mother. Her birthday is in September, and I couldn't let the month go by without representing her in some way. I'm still keeping it very Fae focused. So as far as the page goes, you're not going to know that it's about my mother. But she loved pink, and she loved carnations. And so I dedicated this page to her. And the card that I make on this page, the back of it, you will see it, but I'm only going to show you it as I make it because I'm not going to show it to you again because I ended up putting her pictures on it. And, you know, that's just personal to me. So I just wanted to let you know why you only saw it the one time. So this cardstock came in a packet that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I've been wondering where I would use it because that's just a whole bunch of different colors. And then when I was looking for something to make this pocket out of, I was like, oh wow, that top part does look like a sky, like a fey sky. So it turned out absolutely perfect for this pocket, and I love it. And I still have the other half to use on something else, but it's just amazing the different things you can make with items that you never would have thought originally it would have been good for. Because I never would have looked at this and said, "Oh, that's a pretty good sky." But yeah, and look, it doesn't. It's just it blends with the page perfectly. I was so pleased. So the alchemist was leaning down and smelling these beautiful flowers, the most beautiful flowers she had ever seen. And out hopped a bunny, a normal sized bunny. It looked normal, nothing special about it, until it said hello. And she's like, well, definitely a fey creature. And it said, how are you today? And what are you doing so far into the forest? And the alchemist just explained that she was just on a journey just to explore and see how what she had not seen in the forest before. Basically, just I don't know. I think Australians call it a walkabout or something. I don't know. And the bunny's like, well, enjoy this forest as much as you want. It is a sight to behold. You are most welcome here, but do not go any further, I tell you, because the next area over that horizon is a worrisome place. You don't want to go there. You need to make sure you're very prepared if you ever go that way because strange things happen and people go missing all the time and just really be careful. And so the alchemist took a note of that and treaded lightly from then on out. So when the alchemist hit that next horizon, she looked over into the valley below and she saw that the trees, the beautiful trees, the bright skies, the flowers and the mushrooms all gave way to darkened skies and leafless trees that had been deadened by whatever had befelled this forest. And she knew that it was a foreboding forest and she needed to be prepared. So she gathered all of her things, made sure she had all of her elixirs and potions and anything she might need. And she made preparations for the journey ahead because she knew that this next trek into the forest was going to be a hazardous one. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm hoping that this is the last fast forward one and then I can slow it down again. But I may not. I kind of like doing it this way. If you guys don't, let me know. Um, but I really hope you guys have a great day. I really thank you so much for watching it and spending time with me. And I will see you next time.